The reason why I'm so excited is because I realize that there are individuals who perhaps, I don't know this for a fact, but who perhaps work a lot harder than I work. But unfortunately, they live in third world countries, so it doesn't matter how hard they work, they do not necessarily have the resources and they do not have the opportunities that I have. And this is why I'm so passionate. This is why I get so excited. Because if I'm willing to put in the work here in America, if I'm willing to get up early in the morning, if I'm willing to go to bed late at night, right? Look, I went from being a high school dropout, literally, a GED to a PhD. Only in America can something like that happen, right? Listen to me. I literally went from not being able to pass an English class, we're talking about English 101, to writing a New York Times bestseller. So when I say make some noise for the opportunities that exist in this country on three, I need you to make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Come on. All right. So do me a huge favor. Let's get specific now. I want you, if you have something to write with, or if you have your phone, I want you to pull it out. What would 2025 look like for you? If it was an amazing year for you, if it was an outstanding year for you, what would it look like? What would it look like in terms of your staffing? Right? What would it look like? What would it look like in terms of your systems and organization and structure? What would it look like in terms of relationships? What would that look like for you? I want you to write that down. What would that look like for you? So again, I just believe that if you write the vision, right? If you write the vision, you make the vision plain, I just believe certain things will happen for you. So this was probably about a month ago. This has been a great year for us. But unfortunately, from the church side, as a pastor, it's been a rough year from the church side. And so I told my wife, we need to get away. And so I just was like, what's your favorite place? And of course, she's like, Dubai. And I was like, okay, I was hoping you would say like Sarasota or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's a long flight, right? And so I was just sitting there. And so again, we live in a country where opportunities, so I was just like praying and dreaming and just believing. And I got a call. And this never happens to me. It was like, yo, in a month, we need you in Saudi Arabia to speak, right? One of those 7-figure opportunities. I was just like, unbelievable, right? And so I told my wife, we're going to Dubai, right? We're going to end the year off the way you want to end it. Then we'll leave and we'll go to Saudi Arabia. I'll speak and then we'll come home. Listen to me. I'm so excited because we live in a country where if you can write it down, it can happen. And so too much is given, much is required. So here's what I want you to do for me. I want you to write it down. I want you to write down what that 2025 is going to look like for you, right? And then I want us to go to work. Meaning what? There's a lot of information we got. We got a lot of information. And so the difference between those who succeed and those who don't, or those who operate at a very high level and those who are just good, is their ability to take the information, right? Synthesize that information, use that information, and take themselves to another level. Who's ready not to just to be at this conference, but to take some of the information you receive and take your 2025 and just do something with it you've never seen in your life in terms of your business? Who's ready to do that? All right, so that's why I say write. That's why I say write it down, because when you write things down, just stuff starts to happen. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so you see that here. Warriors separate themselves by doing what others can't. Right? This is what's so funny to me. People say to me, and I'm talking about in my inner circle, there are people who say to me like, yo, I don't get it. I don't know why you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't understand why you travel so much and you go so hard. You're in this city, you that city. So I said, first of all, that's how I pay your bills. First of all, that's how I pay your bills. Right? And look, I get it, right? For you, it's too much. But for me, to not only be in this country, I'm good with making money. But what I love the most is freedom. To be able to get up when I want to and travel where I want to go. Right? To be able to write books or do videos. To be able to, I was just with my kids. We just went to the Texans-Lions game. The Texans invited me. And then CP3 asked me to come over. We went to the Spurs game. Right now, we're on our way to Dubai, right? And then Saudi Arabia, like I was trying to explain to them, like, listen to me, the difference between good and great is good. You settle when you're great, like you keep waking up, you keep discovering, you keep finding new ways, you just keep. And so I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I go to bed late, and I do videos, and I've been doing this for over 30 years, and I do it because I know if I do it, I'm going to be able to live the way I want to live and do what I want to do. And here's the part that I love. Okay, so we own a home in Rancho Santa Fe in San Diego, and the other day, my wife was outside and I heard her like bouncing the basketball. I'm like, what is she doing? She don't even know how to play basketball, right? But she's out in the back, and her and my son, he's 29 years old, they're out there in the back playing 21. Listen to me, I don't care about a house or a car, but for my 29-year-old to work for our company and be able to spend time with his mother whenever he wants to is a dream come true. So again, we live in the land of opportunity. So I can get up as early, I can go to bed as late, as long as opportunity exists, and I can keep taking my company and myself to the next level, I'm willing to do it. And who's willing to do it in the room? You're willing to do it. You're willing to do whatever it takes. No. I said, who's willing to do whatever it takes?